over the years, we've come across a lot of property owners that find themselves in a situation where they've bought a property with the hope of future growth. But what's happened, even after several years, is that rather than property growing in value, it's actually decreased in value, so that they're in a situation where they actually owe more money on the property than what it's really worth. So when you're in this sort of situation, there's only a couple of things that you can do. The first thing is that you just wait. You keep on maintaining that property, it'll be negatively geared, and hope that the property market in that area will bounce back. The second option is that you sell for a loss, meaning that you're still going to have a debt even after the property is gone. And then the third option is to sell the house through our method. So there's a couple of ways that we can solve this problem, but the most common way is that we introduce the tenant into the property who will pay over and above what your mortgage payments are. Now you might be wondering, why would they want to be paying over market rent? And the reason for that is that you're selling the house at the same time as renting it. And for this reason, you've got quite a few advantages. Number one is that you get the price that you need in order to move on. It might not necessarily be the price you always want, but in this situation, sometimes it's better off to not lose. The second advantage, as I said before, is that your mortgage is covered. You don't have to worry about maintaining the property anymore because the tenant is now doing it. So an example of a property that might be in this situation, what we call it is an upside down loan, so that you owe more money than what it's actually worth, is, I've got the numbers in front of me. So say for instance you bought a property a few years ago for $350, and then that particular area hasn't done well, and now properties in that area are only selling for $290. So your loan amount is probably around $320, and your current income is around $300 a week, and your mortgage repayments are about $450 per week. Very rough numbers, but just for the example. So we introduced these new tenants, and what they're doing is they're renting the property and buying the property at the same time. So from the first day, they agree on a price, they put down a deposit, and then they agree on payments that some of the money will be going towards the rent, and some of it will be going towards paying off their property. So say this example again, where the house, you bought it for $350, your loan amount is $320, and the current value is $290. So we'll bring these tenants in, and this system we like to call rent to own. And so they agree to buy the property for $320. So you've already got the price you need to move on from you won't have any more debt, and you'll also have some cash at the end of the day. They put down a deposit, and then the current value of the property is still $290, so that hasn't changed. And then your loan amount hasn't changed as well, so it's still $320. Your bank payments are still $490, and then the new income that you're getting from the rental is $500. So you can see that, first of all, you've got positive cash flow. You've got all of your mortgages covered, and you've got a little bit each week to basically do whatever you want with. Also, you've got the price that you needed. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute, how are you going to sell this property for more than it's worth? So the answer to that is, number one is that you have given these people an opportunity to buy their own home. These are often people who, for some reason, can't get a bank loan. They've got the ability to maintain a loan, they've got the desire, they've got the income, but they've fallen into the cracks somehow. There might be a credit issue, it might be an employment issue, it might be that a lot of their income is coming from some sort of carer's pension. Whatever the reason is that they can't get a bank loan. So right now. So you've given them that opportunity, and in return they have agreed to pay slightly more than you would a normal house. And the second thing is that they've got some time, so they're not going to be actually putting the house into their name straight away. That's going to happen in about 3 to 5 years, however long it takes for them to get bank ready and be able to switch over to the bank. So what we do is we make sure that they've got plenty of time, so that by the time they go over to the bank, the property price value should have raised enough so that a bank valuation would allow them to buy it for that increased price. So that's how we've helped a lot of people in this situation where it seems like a dismal kind of situation where they don't know what they can possibly do but lose, and then in the end they actually end up making some money.